Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy AGI, man. Audi Goes International, man. Hope y'all boys is doing well. Hope y'all boys is doing good. Man, today we are going to be reacting to every cricket T20I World Cup explained in 19 minutes. I'm hoping that every single one of y'all boys who clicked on this video, bro, that life is really treating you well. I'm hoping that you keep on doing good. I'm hoping that you stay blessed, my brother or my sister, whoever's watching. And listen, if y'all boys have any type of recommendations, y'all boys already know what to do, man. Go down to that comment section down below, just like this video right here, bro, and drop it down in the comment section. And trust me, in due time, I'll get straight to your video, bro, like I always do. And let me know how y'all boys enjoying the T20 World Cup, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I haven't been live, but I've been seeing the highlights, man. You know what I'm saying? You catch me on my way. I don't know if TikTok is out there where y'all boys is at right now, but the TikTok gonna be in the description down below. But yeah, man, I've been watching, but I've just been honestly busy. I've been doing a lot of other things, man, besides like going live but I have been here. And who do y'all think is gonna be in the finals? So without further ado, let's go and get straight to the video, baby. Let's go to see every cricket T20I World Cup explained in 19 minutes, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, wait, I think it's coming out the wrong thing. Hold on. Let me go in adjust that real quick.
Five-day affair where men in white pajamas drank tea, ate cucumber sandwiches, and occasionally hoped for a draw after 30 hours.
Cucumber sandwiches?
Cricket used to be a 5-day affair where men in white pajamas drank tea, ate cucumber sandwiches, and occasionally
y'all boys eating cucumber sandwiches?
Hoped for a draw after 30 hours of standing in a field. It was a game of patience, strategy, and very long naps for the spectators. Then, in the early 2000s, someone at the ECB decided we didn't have enough time for all that tradition. They wanted something fast, something loud, and something that wouldn't take an entire work week to finish. Thus, T20 was born. It's basically cricket on energy drinks. Fast, loud...
What's my boy name? I forgot his name. But yeah. I know who he is, though. I forgot his name, though. I don't know.
Doing a backflip while a DJ plays a song for the 50th time. Some purists hated it. They called it pajama cricket or a hit and giggle format. But the fans, they loved it. Today, we're going through every single T20 World Cup from the very beginning in 2007 all the way to the absolute madness of 2000.
I'm seeing some familiar faces here. I'm seeing some familiar faces. I don't know about here. But you know, I'm seeing some familiar faces.
Pajama cricket
or
a hit and giggle format, but the fans, they loved it. Today, we're going through every single T20 World Cup from the very beginning in 2007 all the way to the absolute madness of 2024. We're talking winners, losers, the stats that actually matter, and those glorious moments where a tiny nation decides to ruin a giant's entire career just for the fun of it. Buckle up, because this is the history of the T20 World Cup explained. Our journey begins in 2007 when the ICC decided to host the first ever World T20 in South Africa. At the time, most of the big cricketing nations didn't really know what to make of it. India, in particular, was skeptical. They didn't even send their holy trinity of stars.
Hold on, let me ask y'all something. So, like, I know what, like, since he said the associate nations, I know what they are now. You know what I'm saying? Because of the T20 Cup that's going on right now, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, the countries that have already played and who's playing right now. But why don't they like make it where every country can participate in the World Cup? Like, even though it'll be longer and like you'll probably have to push back a lot of things, like the IPL. I think the IPL literally starts next month. But like, you would literally have to. I mean, would you have to push it back? I mean, unless you do like multiple games a day, you probably still have to push it back. I ain't gonna lie, you probably still have to push it back. But still, though, bro, like, why do they not let every country participate in the World Cup? Bro, cricket would be a lot bigger than what it is, bro. They could do that. Like, literally every country got a cricket team that'll have more people want to play if they already like viewing it and they could play more. Bro, I don't know, bro. I feel like that's good. I ain't gonna lie, to me, in my opinion.
Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, and Sourav Ganguly stayed home. Instead, they sent a young, long-haired guy named MS Dhoni, who looked more like a rock star than a captain, and a bunch of kids who were just happy to be there. Australia were the absolute bullies of world cricket back then. They had just won the 50-over World Cup for the third time in a row earlier that year. They had Hayden, Gilchrist, Ponting and McGrath. They were basically the final boss of a video game.
It's so crazy though, because they eliminated right now.
Favorites because they were playing at home, and at that point, the world hadn't fully realized their supernatural ability to choke in sets.
Isn't the women's T20I going on too?
Finals. This was the tournament of firsts. Chris Gayle opened the whole thing by smashing the first ever T20 international century against South Africa. The Windies still managed to lose that game. Then came the moment that defined a generation. Yuvraj Singh versus Stuart Broad. After a brief verbal spat with Andrew Flintoff, Yuvraj decided to take his anger out on a young Broad, hitting 6 sixes in an over. It was the first time it had happened in T20 internationals, and it effectively ended Broad's childhood on live television.
That's gonna be hit for yes.
One of the biggest upsets was Zimbabwe beating Australia. This was the first real wait what moment of T20 history. Australia, the invincible giants, were restricted to 138, and Zimbabwe chased it down with 1 ball to spare. It was the first sign that in T20, the gap between the best and the rest was much smaller than anyone thought.
Bro,
the leading run scorer was...
You know one thing I will say, bro? I've been enjoying... Bro, I have been enjoying, like, just everything, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. I just really have been enjoying myself, man, when it comes down to cricket, bro. Like, I really have. Like, even though I haven't been, like, I can't really, like, watch your own stream, bro. Cause, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got other things, but, bro, I'm actually glad that I actually checked out the sport. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm actually glad that I did.
Was Matthew
I don't know.
With 265 runs. He was playing
I love this
like
sport
he was
now.
in a backyard game, using a piece of wood the size of a barn door to bludgeon everything to the boundary. The leading wicket taker was Umar Gul with 13 wickets, the king of the death overs.
God damn.
His Yorkers were so precise they could have performed open heart surgery. Then came the final, India versus Pakistan, the ultimate rivalry. You couldn't have scripted a better final for a new tournament. It came down to the final over. India needed to defend 13 runs. Dhoni gave the ball to Yoginder Sharma, a man who is now literally a police officer in India. Misbah ul Haq hit a 6, then tried a cheeky scoop shot over short fine leg. Srisanth caught it, the stadium exploded, and India became the first ever champions. This victory birthed the IPL, changed the economy of cricket forever, and made T20 the most popular format on the planet. 2 years later, in 2009, the circus moved to the home of cricket, England. By now, everyone had realised that T20 was a goldmine, and the intensity was way higher.
Like, okay, so how do y'all feel about, like, T20? How do y'all, like, honestly feel about, like, T20? You know what I'm saying? Like, I always gotta ask, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always say, who do y'all also support for T20? Like, which country are you from? Or, like, do you, even though you could be from a country and don't choose your country that you're from, you know what I'm saying? That's also normal, too. So, it's just like, but who do y'all support? You know what I'm saying? And how do y'all feel about T20, bro? Because I know that y'all been watching way longer than me. So, like I said, man, I would love to see how the way y'all boys respond to that. I ain't gonna lie, I love how the way y'all boys be answering the question all the time in the comment section, bro. I love seeing it, man.
India were the defending champs and the favourites, mostly because they now had the IPL and were supposed to be T20 specialists.
Is that Shane right
South
there?
Africa also looked invincible, cruising through the group stages without breaking a sweat. This was the year of the Dill Scoop. Tilakaratne Dilshan was hitting balls over his own head and making world-class wicket-keepers look like absolute idiots.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It was also the tournament where Shahid Afridi decided to actually stay at the crease for more than 3 balls, which was a terrifying prospect for everyone else. The Netherlands beating England at Lord's was a huge upset. In the opening game, England managed to lose to a team of part-timers in their own
Netherlands beat
the winning
England?
runs came off an overthrow on the final ball. It was peak England, finding a way to lose that was both tragic and hilarious. The leading run scorer was Tilakaratne Dilshan with 317 runs. He was the innovator of the tournament.
Oh my gosh, like that is nasty.
The leading wicket taker was Umar Gul with 13 wickets. Again, the man was a cheat code in this format. He took 5 for 6 against New Zealand, which is still one of the most ridiculous spells in history. The final saw Pakistan versus Sri Lanka. Pakistan, after the heartbreak of the 2007 final, finally got it right. They were the unpredictables. They could lose to anyone on Monday and beat the world 11 on Tuesday. In the final, Shahid Afridi played a mature match-winning knock of 54. Pakistan won. The fans flooded the streets of London, and the unpredictable tag was officially cemented in cricketing law. Only a year later, in 2010, we were in the Caribbean. Why was there another World Cup so soon? Because the ICC likes money. And honestly, who can blame them? The Caribbean atmosphere was a perfect match for T20. Australia were back to being terrifying, having reached the final of the previous year's Champions Trophy. India were always in the mix, but they were starting to struggle with short-pitched bowling, a weakness that every fast bowler in the world was eager to exploit. This was the tournament where England finally realised that if you hit the ball hard and stop trying to play like it's 1890, you might actually win. Kevin Peterson was in God mode, batting with a swagger that said, "I am better than you." And I know it. There weren't many massive, giant-killing upsets in the main stage, but this was the tournament where Afghanistan made their debut. They lost their games, but they showed a spark that suggested they weren't going away anytime soon. The leading runs. Scorer was Mahela Jayawardene with 302.
Since Sri Lanka's right here, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I actually like Sri Lanka, bro. Like, I've actually been watching like almost every single game that they played. Let me see. Well, maybe not the most recent game. I don't think I've seen the most recent game, but other than that, I actually been watching Sri Lanka, bro. I actually like Sri Lanka. My boy, what's his name? Damn, I think I just seen him in my him right here. Damn, I can't even see it, bro. I forgot his name. But yeah, I like him though. I ain't gonna lie, I really do like him. I forgot his name though,
He
bro.
hit a century against Zimbabwe and was pure class throughout. He proved that you don't need to be a bodybuilder to succeed in T20. You just need to be very, very good at timing. The leading wicket taker was Dirk Nannes with 14 wickets. A fascinating story. He played for the Netherlands in 2009 and then for Australia in 2010. He was fast, mean and very effective. The final was England versus Australia. The Ashes, but shorter and with more music. Australia struggled to 147.
Oh, that was a good head catch. Oh my God.
To Peterson
the
and
dive was nasty.
It was England's first ever ICC trophy. After decades of inventing sports and then losing at them, they finally had a trophy to put in the cabinet. In 2012, the tournament moved to Asia for the first time. Specifically Sri Lanka, the land of spin, spicy food and fans who play the papare drums for 3 hours straight without stopping. Sri Lanka at home were huge favourites. They had a team full of legends like Sangakkara, Jayawardene and Malinga. South Africa were also ranked #1 in the world, which, as we know, is usually a bizarre exit. This was the Chris Gale show. The West Indies weren't just playing cricket, they were hosting a travelling party. Every time they won a game, the entire team would They were hosting a travelling party. Every time they won a game, the entire team would do the Gangnam Style dance. It was the peak of 2012 culture. Gale was hitting sixes that were landing in different zip codes. The group stages were relatively predictable, but the real upset was the West Indies winning the whole thing. They had been in the doldrums of world cricket for years, and seeing them rise again was a feel-good story for everyone, except the teams they beat. The leading run scorer was Shane Watson with 249 runs. He was also taking wickets and winning Man of the Match awards like they were participation trophies. He was essentially carrying the entire Australian team on his broad shoulders. The leading wicket taker was Ajantha Mendis with 15 wickets. His mystery spin was still a mystery to most batters. He took 6 for 8 against Zimbabwe, which is just rude, honestly. The final was West Indies versus Sri Lanka. The Windies batted first and were absolutely strangled by the Sri Lankan spinners. They only managed 137 runs, with Marlon Samuels playing the innings of his life, smashing Lasith Malinga all over Colombo.
How do y'all feel about the West Indies now? Like, I don't really, because I know that y'all said that, like, the West Indies kind of did fall off. I ain't gonna lie. I remember somebody was saying, well, actually, a couple people told me that. I ain't gonna lie. It's like through a video and live. So I actually believe y'all. So, but now that they actually, like, well, they fell off a little bit, right? They're actually not that bad to me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, maybe they're making a little comeback. Maybe they make a little comeback, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my boy Hetmeyer. I think my boy Ford, he's over there as well. It's some other players that I cannot remember who plays on the West Indies, bro. But when I see their face, I'll be remembering their name. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes. But I can remember, I know I remember Hetmeyer. I ain't gonna lie. I'll rock with him. I ain't gonna lie. That boy right there is crazy. And like he was, I forgot who he was going against. I think he had like 2 outfield catches, I believe, in one game, if I'm not mistaken.
The innings break. Everyone thought Sri Lanka had it in the bag, but Sri Lanka collapsed under the pressure of the home crowd. The Windies won. and the Gangnam Style dance was performed on the pitch for about 45 minutes. Bangladesh hosted the 2014 edition, and the pitches were slower than a dial-up internet connection. It was a paradise for spinners. And the pitches were slower than a dial-up internet connection.
They cock! Oh, my boy, they cock. I didn't know he was here.
It was a paradise for spinners and a nightmare for anyone who liked to hit through the line. India were the heavy favourites.
Oh,
They had a balanced team, and MS Dhoni was at the height of his tactical powers. They hadn't lost a single game going into the final. This was the year Virat Kohli officially became the king of T20. He was scoring 50s for fun, chasing down totals with
how many runs does he have for T20? Virat. I'm talking about Virat.
Surgeon. It was also the year that the Netherlands showed they were the kings of the associate nations. Hong Kong beat Bangladesh, which was embarrassing for the hosts. Bangladesh, a full member nation, lost to a team that mostly consisted of people who had to take time off from their day jobs to play. It was a dark day in Dhaka. The leading run scorer was Virat Kohli with 319 runs. He averaged 106 in the tournament. Let that sink in. In a format where you're supposed to get out, he just didn't. The leading wicket takers were Ahsan Malik from the Netherlands and Imran Tahir from South Africa with 12 wickets each. Tahir's celebrations, where he runs around the entire stadium after taking a wicket, became a highlight of the tournament. The final was India versus Sri Lanka, a repeat of the 2011 50-over World Cup final. This time, Sri Lanka got their revenge. Lasith Malinga and Nuwan Kulasekara bowled death overs so perfect that Yuvraj Singh couldn't even get bat on ball. India were restricted to a low total, and Sri Lanka chased it down comfortably. It was a fitting farewell for legends Kumar Sangakkara and Mahela Jayawardene, who retired from T20 internationals right after the game. The World Cup returned to India in 2016. The atmosphere was electric, the crowds were massive, and the drama was turned up to 11. India, obviously, were the favourites. They were playing at home. They had just won a series in Australia, and Virat Kohli was in the form of his life. It felt like the tournament was just a formality before India lifted the trophy. This was the tournament of the chase.
I said, was that my boy? Was that my boy Boomer right here? I think that was Jack, because ain't his first name like Jasprit Boomer or something like that.
Before India lifted the trophy. This was the tournament of the chase. Every game seemed to go down to the wire. The highlight was India versus Australia in Mohali, where Kohli played an innings so good it actually made the Australian players applaud. It was also the tournament where the West Indies proved that their 2012 win wasn't a fluke. Afghanistan beat the West Indies in the group stage, which was a massive moment for Afghan cricket. And a cool head are worth more than raw pace in T20.
What type of celebration? What is that?
The final was West Indies versus England. One of the greatest finals in sports history.
Wait, was that a catch?
Looked like West Indies versus England.
It was.
One of the greatest finals in sports history. England looked like they had it won. The West Indies needed 19 runs off the final over. Ben Stokes was bowling. Carlos Brathwaite was on strike. First ball, 6. Second ball, 6. Third ball, 6.
God damn.
Fourth ball, 6.
Yeah.
Ian Bishop, the commentator, screamed the iconic line.
Carlos Brathwaite, remember the name.
The West Indies became the first ever two-time champions, and the world of cricket was left in absolute shock. After a 5-year gap due to scheduling issues and a global pandemic, the T20 World Cup finally returned in 2021. It was supposed to be in India, but it was moved to the UAE and Oman because of COVID-19. India and England were the favourites. India had a team that looked like a World 11 on paper, and England were the reigning 50-over world champions, playing a brand of gung-ho cricket.
So Virat retired in 2024, I believe, right? Or 2000, because it's what, every 2 years. The T20 is every 2 years, 2026. Or he either did 2022, 2024, somewhere up in there. I ain't gonna lie. So I literally just missed him, bro. I literally just missed him. Like, kid you not. I ain't gonna lie. But I think I seen him play the other day. What was it out? It was was it ODI? I believe it was ODI. I think unless he retired from that. I think it was ODI though, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
That was
I think so.
terrifying to watch. Unfortunately, this
my first
tournament will
time
be
seeing it.
remembered as the Toss World Cup. Because of the dew factor in the desert, the team that won the toss and chose to bowl second almost always won. It was a bit of a lottery. The biggest story was India getting knocked out in the first round after losing to Pakistan for the first time ever in a World Cup. The 10-wicket defeat sent shockwaves through India.
This is the moment. And all of Pakistan will celebrate, as will these two young
That
Scotland
boy,
beat Bangladesh, which was another upset. Yes, Bangladesh again. They lost to Scotland in their opening game, proving that the gap between the big boys and the associates was practically non-existent in these conditions. The leading run scorer was Babar Azam with 303 runs. He was the anchor for Pakistan, batting with a calmness that made everyone else look like they were panicking. The leading wicket taker was Wanindu Hasaranga with 16 wickets. The Sri Lankan leg spinner was a magician, taking a hat-trick and bamboozling everyone with his googly. The final was Australia versus New Zealand. The nice guys versus the bullies.
Was that my boy? Was that my boy Mitchell? Yeah, it was.
The nice guys versus the bullies. Australia hadn't been in great form leading up to the tournament,
Hazelwood.
but they peaked at the right time. They chased down 173 with ease, thanks to a brutal innings from Mitchell Marsh. Australia finally won the one trophy that had eluded them for over a decade. Just 1 year later, in 2022, we were in Australia. The grounds were massive, the boundaries were long, and the weather was, well, it was a mess. Australia were the defending champs and were playing at home. So they were.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually seeing some names, bro, that I actually like familiar, like I've actually seen before playing, bro. Either I see them in the BBL or I'm seeing them right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the T20 World Cup. So I'm actually seeing these boys, bro. That's that like, bro. I'm like, what's the word, bro? I'm learning these names. It feel good, bro. Like, you know, like when you new to something, you start learning like the players, or like, say if you start learning basketball, you start realizing who Michael Jordan is, Curry, or like the GOATs who play right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
The obvious choice.
Hey,
India, with
I'm
a
learning,
point
man.
to prove after the 2021 disaster, were also high on the list. This was a tournament of pure chaos. Rain washed out several key matches, leading to some very weird points tables. The highlight of the entire event, and perhaps the history of T20, was India versus Pakistan at the MCG. 90,000 people watched Virat Kohli hit two of the most impossible sixes against Haris Rauf to win a game that India had no right to win. It was the ultimate "I'm still the king" moment. Zimbabwe beat Pakistan, which was a massive shock. It also sparked the Mr. Bean rivalry on Twitter, where a Zimbabwean fan claimed Pakistan had sent a fake Mr. Bean to their country years ago. It was the most bizarre motivation for a cricket match ever. Also, the Netherlands beat South Africa on the final day of the group stage, knocking the Proteas out and allowing Pakistan to sneak into the semi-finals. The leading run scorer was Virat Kohli with 296 runs. He was back to his best, proving that class is permanent. The leading wicket taker was Wanindu Hasaranga with 15 wickets. He became the first player to be the leading wicket taker in two consecutive T20
I was just about to say,
Cups.
I literally just heard his name not too long ago.
The final was England versus Pakistan, a repeat of the 1992 50-over final. Pakistan's bowlers were incredible, but their batting was just a bit too short. Ben Stokes, the man who suffered in 2016, played a calm, composed innings to take England home. England became the first team to hold both the 50-over and 20-over World Cup trophies at the same time. And finally, we come to 2024. The ICC decided to take cricket to the United States of America. We had games in New York, Florida, and Texas. It was a bold move that resulted in some of the
Bro, see, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even know cricket was here. Bro, I'm telling you, I ain't even know United States had a cricket team, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I did not know that, bro. I'm gonna just be honest, bro. I'm like, bro, cricket, bro. I mean, like, United States has a cricket team, bro. When I seen them and y'all telling me that they got a cricket team, I'm like, bro, what? How? We got a cricket team? And it actually not bad, though. That's the crazy part about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like United States of America actually did good. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they really did good. My first time seeing them boys, hey, I'm proud of my boys. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Red, white, and blue. I'm proud of them boys, man.
Most unpredictable cricket we've ever seen. India were desperate. They hadn't won an ICC trophy in 11 years. Australia were looking to complete the Triple Crown by holding the Test Championship, 50 over.
Oh, wait. Is that was that my boy Head? Is that my boy Travis Head right here? Got my boy they had that scandal on him. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot his name though. I forgot his name, bro. And I forgot his name too. I remember these three. No, wait, these four right here. These main four right here. I ain't gonna wait. Let me see. Yeah, it's mainly these four right here.
The Test Championship, 50 over and 20 over trophies.
Is that my Maxwell?
This was the most competitive World Cup in history. The pitch in New York was a nightmare for batters. 120 was a winning score. We saw the USA beat Pakistan in a super over, which is arguably the biggest upset in the history of the sport. A team of part-timers, including a guy who works at Oracle, beat a former world champion. Then, Afghanistan beat Australia to knock them out of the tournament. The world order was being flipped upside down. USA beating Pakistan. I have to mention it again because it was that insane. Also, Afghanistan reaching the semi-finals for the first time ever was a beautiful moment for the sport. The leading run scorer was Rahmanullah Gurbaz with 281 runs. The Afghan opener played Gurbaz!
My boy, hey, one thing, listen. If you know, you know. It's one of them situations, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I like that boy Gurbaz, boy. That boy Ibrahim too. I like him too. Ibrahim, my boy Gurbaz. Hey man, I like them boys, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a couple other people that I like from Afghanistan, boy. I ain't gonna lie, I like them boys.
Hit ball mentality that worked wonders on difficult pitches. The leading wicket takers were Fazalhaq Farooqi from Afghanistan and Arshdeep Singh from India, with 17 wickets each. Farooqi's swing and Arshdeep's death bowling were the standout features of the tournament. The final was India versus South Africa. Both teams were unbeaten going into the final. South Africa had finally broken their semi-final curse and made it to the big stage. It was a thriller. South Africa needed 30 runs off 30 balls with Heinrich Klaasen smashing everything. It looked like India were going to lose another final. But then Jasprit Bumrah bowled 2 overs of pure magic. Hardik Pandya kept his cool, and Suryakumar Yadav took a catch on the boundary that was so good it looked like he was glitching in the game. India won by 7 runs. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli retired from T20 internationals on the spot, having finally delivered the trophy their country had been waiting for. Looking ahead, the T20 World Cup isn't slowing down. The next edition in 2026 is set to be co-hosted by India and Sri Lanka, running from February 7th to March 8th. With India being the defending champions and playing on home soil, they are already being touted as strong favourites. However, you can never...
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. India looking strong. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even think they lost yet, have they? I don't think India lost yet. They almost, but see, almost ain't losing. So it's like they almost been losing, but it's like ain't lost yet. I don't think.
Powerhouses like Australia and England.
I think they literally just played. Not so long ago. I ain't gonna lie. I think. But we just gonna call that a video, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Know what I'm saying? Listen, I hope y'all boys enjoyed that video, bro. My fault if I was pausing too much, bro. You know I got to yap. Bro. If you know me, you watch the videos, you know I got to yap, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I must do. I gotta yap. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna catch y'all boys, bro. I hope y'all boys enjoyed this video. Like I always say, man, you know what I'm saying? Stay motivated, stay prayed up, stay hydrated, bro. And I will see y'all boys in the next video. If you have any type of wrong recognition that you want to see on the channel, y'all boys already know what to do, man. Go down to the comment section down below. Drop down in the comment section down below, bro. And trust me, in due time, I will get straight to your video, man. Without further ado, I'm out of here. Be safe, take care, and yeah, bro, just be blessed, bro. Be the best version of yourself, bro. Be the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, man, I'm out of here. Take care.